Steph Curry shooting deep from the three like a joke, just pitching ain't no baiting there. I can make it see the light like I'm a veteran about this sports. Of course, is my medicine.
Yo, 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 what up, though? This is the Doctor of Sports, D. Jeff, coming to you with a new episode of the Sports is My Medicine podcast. Hope everybody having a good NCAA Selection Sunday. It's been a wild couple weeks in sports. I posted a few things in regards to some sports recently. The Jalen Ramsey situation in regards to him being traded. A lot of Lions fans wanted him traded to the Lions. Of course, today we found out he's going to the Dolphins. I'm not mad at that. On a more local note, the University of Michigan basketball team lost to Rutgers in the Big Ten tournament. Lost pretty bad, so they probably will not. They did not make the NCAA tournament. Just watched the selection show. This gonna be more about the NCAA tournament. I'm not gonna do any predictions on the Final Fours today. Gotta check out the brackets. But what I can tell you is this shit is wide open. I looked at them first two brackets when they came out, and I'm usually pretty good at this. I ain't saying I'm winning all the brackets that I'm in. I'm really pretty good at predicting. I watch a lot of college basketball throughout the year. I hang my hat on the fact that I watch some games other people won't watch. Games come on late night. I live on the West Coast now, so everybody know I'm from Detroit, but I live on the West Coast now, so I'm able to see some of these West Coast games that most guys on the East Coast ain't paying attention to. The Gonzagas, the St. Mary's, the UCLA's, the USC's, all these Pac-12 teams, the BYU's, they ain't make the tournament, but, all these West Coast teams that a lot of people don't get to see on the East Coast unless they're playing an East Coast team on a Saturday or something like that. So I watch a lot of college basketball. I like to think I'm pretty knowledgeable about, some teams and some players. A lot of these games, though, I'm looking at them and I'm like, shit, I don't know where to go. But I got the brackets pulled up here. As I suspected, Alabama's the number one overall seed. I expected them to be the number one overall seed. Excellent freshman, Brandon Miller. We're not going to discuss all the bullshit that went on with him and Darius Miles and the young lady who lost her life, which is very unfortunate. I praying for her family. And the guys who committed that murder, I hope they are convicted and thrown in jail where they're supposed to be. But that's not what this is about. Alabama's the number one overall seed. I watched them play today. Brandon Miller did not have a great shooting day, but he still ended up with like 20 and 12, about 5 or 6 assists. Big-time freshman, Brandon Miller. He gives me Carmelo Anthony vibes when it comes to freshmen in the NCAA tournament. Syracuse, of course, won their only NCAA championship when Carmelo Anthony was a freshman, and he led them to that championship. This is one of those years where that's possible. A team out of nowhere can come up and win it, but also a team that has that one special guy, that one special talent, whether he be a freshman, sophomore, junior, or a senior, it doesn't matter the classification because the field is so, what do you call the word? It's a lot of parity. So right now Alabama's my favorite, but I'm going to go through the brackets, and probably Tuesday or Wednesday I'll have my Final Four and my national champion on the podcast episode. Usually every year doing my regular job, my normal job, the one that pays the bills, the one that supports my family, I take off that Thursday and Friday for the NCAA tournament. And this year is no different. It's the first time in a couple years that I'm going to be able to do it, though. So this year I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at my regular job. Thursday, Friday, I'm tournament bound, baby. I'm sitting in front of the TV watching all the games. TBS, True TV, CBS, TNT. I'm watching all of them. I have at least 2 TVs and my phone. I have a computer up, have every game on. I'm not like some of these people who got 3, 4, 5 TVs, but I do got 2. I do got a computer and I do got my phone. So I'm gonna be in NCAA tournament heaven come Thursday and Friday, even Saturday and Sunday. So to a lesser extent, first round of the regionals is out here in Las Vegas this year. I was thinking about trying to go check out a game, but I'd rather be home watching. Then another number 1 seed, Purdue, out of the Big Ten. They got the big kid, Edey. I watched them play a lot this year. Of course, I'm a Big Ten basketball fan because I'm a Michigan fan. So that's my conference. That's where I'm from. I'm from that area. Although Michigan didn't make it, Michigan State did. I'm rooting them on. They got a tough draw, though. So I'm a little concerned about how Michigan State might do. I don't expect them to make it out of the second round. They play USC in the first round. I think they can beat them. But I don't know if they can beat Marquette. Marquette's balling. Shaka Smart, their head coach, got Marquette playing very well right now. Who's the number 2 seed in that bracket? Purdue, like I was saying, they got a very good team. Freshman, the lawyer kid. They got the Edey kid, big 7'4" guy. I don't think. I mean, Painter, their coach, every year Purdue seems to have one of those teams that can win it. I thought they was going to win it last year with Jaden Ivey, and they let everybody down. Like that was their chance. I don't think they have a guard like Jaden Ivey this year to complement Edey. And when they get deep in the tournament, you're going to need excellent guard play. And they got some young guards, and they got some guards that don't really score that much. But with Edey, they got another guy that's next to him. I can't think of his name. He plays pretty well in the front court, but the NCAA tournament is about guard play and the ability to shoot the ball. Basketball has turned into a shooting sport, so you have to be able to shoot the 3. Purdue, they shoot it okay, but they don't have that one guard where he worries you. So I'm a little worried about Purdue. I'm a little worried about the Big Ten in general. I think when you're filling out your brackets this year, don't trust the Big Ten. I think that it was a good conference. I don't think it was a great conference. They got 8 teams in, but I don't think, like Penn State and Illinois, just not. Indiana's pretty good, but I've seen Indiana play bad. Maryland, I don't trust these guys. So, Pac-12, Big East, ACC, with Duke. I hate Duke, but Duke playing amazing right now. At full strength with all their players, they are like 17-1. So, watch out for teams like that. But the Big Ten, I just don't trust them. So, I expect Purdue to win a few games, but earlier in the season when I thought Purdue might be a national championship contender, could they make it to the Final Four, of course? But I just don't see it. They got to have the guard play. But I could change my mind when I fill out my bracket, so don't hold me to that. They're in the East. And then number 1 seed in the Midwest is Houston. A lot of people, I was watching the selection show, and some of the commentators and so-called experts were saying how they felt like Kansas should have got Houston's spot because Kansas could have played over in Kansas City. Houston didn't have as many quad 1 wins as Kansas, but they had a lot of quad 2 wins. This is what the committee president or whomever he is said during the interview why Houston was above Kansas. I think that's bull. Also, Kansas maybe without Sasser, they guard. When you talk about guard play, that's what I mean. Houston got some guards that can go, and that's what you need in the tournament. They can shoot it, but one of them got hurt the other day. He pulled his groin, and he didn't play in the championship game today at their conference. That's why Memphis was able to beat him. So hopefully his groin is a little better, and by the time they play, and he'll be able to play at full strength. Or really, Houston don't have a chance. I mean, They play in Northern Kentucky in the first round, and Iowa and Auburn, either Iowa or Auburn in the second round. Another Big Ten team. I don't trust Iowa. They don't score enough, sort of like their football team. Good defense, but need to score more points. Auburn, led by that crazy coach over there. I can't think of his name. He used to coach over at Tennessee. Bruce Pearl. I believe he's the Auburn coach. So I think Auburn could sting Houston if they play them. I don't think Iowa will beat Houston, but Auburn could sting Houston, especially if Sasser from Houston's not playing. And then we got the other number 1 seed, Kansas, defending national champion. They got some guys over there. Bill Self has won the second national title last year. Kansas has kind of been up and down all year. I've seen them play like world beaters, and I've seen them play like garbage. They got that kid with the freshman Dick over there. They say he's a pro. Talking about he might go pro. He plays very well. They got a couple seniors over there that can play. I don't know these kids' names off the top of my head, but I know they got some talent. That's why they're number 1 seed, and that's why they will probably be a tough out. I expect Kansas to go deep in this tournament. Again, they could potentially play a Big Ten school in the second round, Illinois, because the Illinois-Arkansas game is the game below there. So I just don't see a lot of Big Ten teams making it pretty far. But what you guys think? Who you guys like? Again, this is not a Final Four or National Championship prediction show. This is just, discussing the tournament a little bit, see what everybody's head is at. Again, I really like Alabama, and I really like Kansas. Not big on Purdue. Purdue might be the first number 1 seed out. Houston might be the first one. Purdue probably second, and then I think Alabama and Purdue can make a deep run. There's some teams that I believe are very talented enough to make a run as well. Gonzaga, they're good every year, but their expectations is a little lower this year, even though they are number 3 seed. TCU got some talent. I think they can cause some trouble. UConn and Iona is going to be a good first round matchup. Rick Pitino, coach over at Iona, they're playing, and then UConn been up and down. They started the season like 13, 14-0, then had like a losing streak, then eventually went on another streak. So I think they are a very formidable opponent. VCU St. Mary's. I've seen St. Mary's play a lot out here on the West Coast. I like VCU though. VCU could upset though. That's a 12-5. What y'all think about this though? There's no North Carolina. There's no Michigan. I can't remember the last time both of those teams didn't make a tournament. They'll probably be NIT teams, and you would think that Michigan and North Carolina, could make a run in the NIT. I hope they do. It would be awesome because the NIT final is out here in Las Vegas at the New Orleans Arena this year. So Final Four. So I'm hoping I can get a Michigan game out here against North Carolina in the NIT. I know that's sad as a Michigan fan, and that's what I'm rooting for. But I want to see my guys play live. So who knows? It's just weird that Michigan and North Carolina won't be in the tournament. Neither one deserves to be in the tournament. North Carolina lost the national championship game last year by a few points. Returned 4 starters from that team, but yet didn't make the tournament this year. So what's the problem over there? Is it coaching? Is it Hubert Davis? He took over for Dean Smith and got him rolling, but all that talent over there, something's got to be going on. Same thing with Michigan. Juwan Howard, not looking good, buddy. I'm not going to say it's time to get rid of Juwan. It's just things seem different. He's not recruiting at a high level right now. He's doing a lot of stuff in the transfer portal. that's not working out. That Llewellyn kid came over this year, and he ended up getting hurt. His son, Jet Howard, ain't never seen a shot he didn't like. Excuse me. Hunter Dickerson seemed like he'd been in Michigan uniform for 10 years. I think it's time for him to just go. One of my boys on Facebook said he might as well stay. He's gonna make more money at Michigan than he will in the NBA, and that's the problem with the NIL. He's in college. He's a collegiate athlete. He shouldn't make more money at Michigan than he could in the NBA. And that statement is kind of true. It's not like he was saying it in jest. He was trying to be funny, but it's true. This NIL, he probably will make more money this year than he would in the NBA next year. Because is he a first-round pick? Is his contract going to be guaranteed? Hunter Dickerson has reached his ceiling. He won't get better in a Michigan uniform, but he can get paid in the Michigan uniform. So why leave when you don't know if you're going to be a first-round pick? Kobe Buffkin. I've seen a lot of growth throughout the season in that kid. And as NBA experts and draft analysts both said Buffkin and Jet Howard could be first-round picks this year in the draft. And they could be. I mean, Caleb Houston went in the first round last year. And that other kid, I can't remember his name, but he was a freshman last year. He went in the first round last year, I believe, too. They're in the NBA right now. But again, was that the goal? The goal is just to make it to the NBA, or is it to make it and succeed and play, or just to be on a roster? Who knows? I don't know how these kids think nowadays. This is what my mentality as a player growing up. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But this tournament should be interesting. It's going to be fun. I can't wait till Thursday when the games start. I was hoping 97 won the ticket was going to be here at the D Las Vegas. Mike Valenti and Rico Beard was going to be here. I'm not sure. I kind of heard they was, but they haven't said anything, so I'm not really sure. I might take a trip down there if they are here and heckle Mike Valenti from the crowd. Give him some shit, and just have a good time. It's going to be a lot of parties downtown. A lot of shit going on here in Vegas. Like I said, we got the regionals. I think we got something else coming later on in the tournament as well. Another round of the tournament coming. I think like the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8 or something of that nature. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. Again, this is just the beginning of the NCAA tournament, one of the best times of the season, best times of the year. Posted on Facebook today that this Sunday, today is my second favorite Sunday of the year. Of course, the first favorite is Super Bowl Sunday, and then Selection Sunday, and then I'll throw in Easter Sunday. That's my third favorite. A lot of you religious folks out there may think that should be number one, and that's fine. But I'm a sports guy. Not that I'm not a religious guy, but these two Sundays are my favorite. And Selection Sunday is no different than Super Bowl Sunday for me, just by a hair. So, fill out your brackets. I would love to do an NCAA tournament, challenge. Throw a little something in there. See who can come out on top, and who knows? Can you beat the Doc? I don't think you can, but if you think you can, let's do it. But stay tuned. Next few days there'll be a few more podcasts coming out. We got football coming up tomorrow. That's the opening, the opening of legal tampering, where they can start talking to free agents about signing. I'm sure we're gonna hear something about Lamar Jackson soon. Then Wednesday, the new league year began, I believe. I think it's Wednesday. And that's when free agents is going to start signing. We've already seen a few trades. So we're going to be talking some football coming up. But right now, it's all about the NCAA tournament. These next 3.5, 4 weeks is gonna be fun, man. This tournament is always fun. So get your brackets in. Let me know what y'all think. Who your Final Four? Who your national champion? If you're gonna be in the bracket challenge and somebody's tournament pool, good luck to you. I appreciate you listening. Real quick, Sports is My Medicine podcast. Again, I'm D. Jeff, also known as the Doctor of Sports. And sports is always my medicine. This is what I do. This is what I love. This is my passion. I don't have a passion for much, but I have a passion for this. So, thank you for listening. And again, hope you guys have a great week. And let's get this tournament cracking. I can't even say go blue because we ain't in it, but I'm going to say go blue anyway. NIT style, baby. Again, I'm the Doctor of Sports, and sports is my medicine.
Shooting deep from the three like a joke, fishing ain't no baiting, there's me. I can make it see the light like I'm a doctor of sports, and sports is my medicine.